If I was Korean, this dish would remind me of my childhood. Except if you couldn't tell, I'm not Korean. The barista at my local cafe thinks I'm Mexican though. If you have a bunch of leftovers in your fridge, you need to make this dish. I'm gonna show you how to make kimbap. I have been addicted to this recently. I'm gonna show you how to make kimbap healthier, higher protein and lower calorie, and easily customizable to use whatever vegetables and protein source you have in your fridge. The calories and macros of this kimbap are so good, each roll can replace a protein bar, except these are gonna keep you fuller for way longer than any protein bar would. The first thing we need to do is cook some rice. We can prep everything else that happens in this recipe while the rice is cooking, which makes this recipe so fast and so easy. But cooking the rice takes some time. If you already have leftover rice, use that. I don't. I'm using sushi rice because it's very, very sticky. But if you don't have this, jasmine rice is a decent alternative. In my left hand is jasmine rice. In my right hand is sushi rice. Notice how the grains of the sushi rice are smaller than the grains of the jasmine rice. We want the smaller grains, which is why sushi rice is better. But jasmine rice is still a little bit sticky. So you can use this as a sub and everything will be okay, but this just tastes and works better. Measure out your rice using a weighing scale. Cups are just not as accurate. I don't like it. 1.5 cups or 270 grams of dry weight sushi rice is gonna yield you 8 kimbap rolls. If you wanna make less or more kimbaps, just do the math, cook more or less rice. And then wash your rice. You gotta get all the starch off the rice. It will still be sticky no matter how much you wash it. That's the magic of sushi rice. Once you wash your rice and the water runs clear, not blurry, put in 2 cups of water for 1.5 cups of rice. Scale this up or down depending on how much rice you're using and pop that thing in the rice cooker. I'm not a stovetop rice kind of guy. It just never works, and cook it. When the rice is done cooking, dump it into a bowl and spread it out thin. We want this rice to cool as fast as possible so we can season it, but that's gonna come in a little bit. Just let it cool for now. Let's talk vegetables. I think carrots and spinach are essential to this dish. Carrots, they're just crunchy, great texture. Spinach, very high in protein, great micronutrients. Get a pan and toss in a bunch of shredded carrots. Carrots are insanely low calorie and they're super filling, so the more, the better. Pan on medium-high heat. We only wanna cook the carrots for 4 to 5 minutes. The carrots are crunchy. We wanna make them a little less crunchy, but not too soft. Being soft is bad. I've learned this, unfortunately, the hard way. Cook them for 4 to 5 minutes and then take them right off the heat. Spinach is insanely high in protein. It's insane. If you ate 200 calories of spinach, you would get 20 grams of protein, except you would have to eat buckets and buckets of spinach, so it's not feasible. Get the same pan, toss in a bunch of spinach, season it with some salt to help it wilt down, add some minced garlic. Don't hate me for using minced garlic. I don't feel like getting garlic fingers and chopping garlic, and saute. It's gonna wilt down, and then add a whole bunch more spinach, and then saute. And then it's gonna wilt down and add in a whole bunch more spinach, and keep doing this until you've used up all your spinach, or get a bigger pan. Listen, I'm in the bucket, size doesn't matter, so I have a small pan. I'm compensating. And when all your spinach has wilted down, add it to the sheet pan. Remember, this sheet pan, it's gonna be our assembly station. I told you I'm in the bucket, size doesn't matter, so I'm using mini cucumbers. Honestly, these are perfectly sized cucumbers. I don't know why they call them mini cucumbers. In fact, they're ginormous, 2 inches. If you wanna peel your cucumber, go for it. It's gonna make it a little less tough because the skin is a little fibrous, but honestly, if you don't care, don't peel it. It'll be completely fine. And then chop off all the ends to square them off. Once in half, both sides down, matchsticks. You want them quite thin, quite small. Now that all your cucumbers chopped up, crack 2 eggs. I'm gonna one-hand this bad boy. Watch, watch. One hand crack, baby. Crazy. Spray a pan with some oil spray. 1 flat layer. And just throw a lid on. The steam will cook the top of the egg. You don't even need to flip it. Remove your eggs from the pan, chop them up into strips, and then add all your egg strips to your sheet pan. Now there's one thing you absolutely need in kimbap, and that is yellow pickled radish. This is my used yellow pickled radish. This thing is so good. It makes it a little sweeter, a little crunchier. It adds great texture and flavor. This one is 0 calories per 28 grams or 1 ounce because it's sweetened with aspartame. Shout out to whoever made this. What brand is this? Shirakiku. Shout out Shirakiku for sweetening with something 0 calorie. I'm not the biggest fan of aspartame, but I would still prefer it over sugar. Slice up your radish into long strips and throw all your pickled radish. Last thing that goes on the assembly tray. I recommend patting down your spinach with a paper towel because look how much moisture comes out of this. You don't want this in your roll at the end of the day. You want it out now. Add some Greek yogurt to a bowl. Usually recipes use mayo. We're not doing that. Mayo is pish posh, too many calories. Greek yogurt, very high in protein. Add some gochujang, add some gochugaru flakes, and add some salt. And mix everything together. For the protein source, you can use whatever you like. Canned tuna, super cost effective. Salmon, chicken. I'm gonna use salmon fillets that I already cooked up and had in my fridge. Use 1 pound of any protein source you like, add it to a bowl, mash it up, chop it up, add your sauce, and mix it all up until everything is combined. Try this. Ooh, that's so good. While the rice is still warm, put some rice wine vinegar in there, put some salt. It's time to assemble some kimbaps. We need a sushi mat. I got flamed last time for saying kimbap is sushi. Although it's nice to go raw sometimes, when it comes to kimbap, it's not. Kimbap is cooked, sushi is raw, but we still need a sushi mat. Wrap this thing in plastic so nothing sticks, and we don't have to even clean the mat. Poke some holes in the plastic wrap with your knife so it doesn't just bubble up when we fold. Get all the air out. But we need seaweed sheets. I'm using regular, irregular seaweed, but you can use whichever one you want. 10 calories per sheet, super low calorie. There's two sides to seaweed, a rough side and a shiny side. We want shiny side down, rough side up. Things stick to the rough side. The shiny side looks pretty on the outside. You can wet your hands with a little bit of water to help the spreading process be easier and less sticking. Take some rice and evenly spread it across your seaweed. We don't need rice edge to edge, but leave a small layer and then put some rice kernels on the edge because this rice is sticky. It's gonna help everything glue together. And then take some salmon, as much or as little as you want. Also, you can use any protein source you want right now, and spread it on. Then add all your toppings. This is where the station comes in handy. Add some carrots, take some spinach, spread it on, a little 2 slices of egg, some cucumber, and then the best thing, the yellow radish. All right, rolling this thing up. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but it's also not the easiest thing in the world. Look at that. Oh, that's food for me. One done. Check out my fat loss cookbook, over 100 recipes, and I'm constantly updating it. And when you buy it once, you get all future updates for free. I lost over 100 pounds, and I went from looking like this to looking like this. If you want me to personally coach you one-on-one to help you get in the best shape of your life, hit the link in the description down below. Let's do this one more time. Seaweed down, rough side up, put a thin layer of rice on top and spread it out. I like to add some lettuce or some seaweed sheets right on top here just for a little barrier. Salmon goes on, and then carrots, spinach, eggs. Eggs is not a vegetable, but put it on. Cucumbers and yellow pickled radish. Wrap it up, we'll cut it up later. Once you got your rolls of kimbap wrapped up, I made 8 fat rolls. Slice them up. Be gentle, go slow, and wet your knife between each slice because a wet knife slices way better than a dry knife. Each roll, which is 8 pieces, is 224 calories, 18 grams of protein, 32 grams of carbs, and only 2.5 grams of fat. I'm taking this roll before I give this to you. You get 4 rolls, I get 4 rolls. Ooh, here you go, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, I got you. Here, you take chopsticks. I got my own chopsticks. Ready?
I like your chopsticks, bro.
Thank you, bro. Bigger is always better.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's so good, bro.
I feel Korean. I'm in Korea right now.
Visualize.
I'm visualizing myself in Korea. It's so nice here.
You gotta speak in Korean too, though.
Gochugaru. That's all I know. You could taste the gochugaru? What about the gochujang? You can taste the gochujang too?
I can taste the gochujang.
Gochujang is mad good. My mom used to make this when I was a kid.
Really?
Mm-hmm. My Korean mom. I've never met her. You think I can catch it in my mouth?
No.
Bro, you don't have faith in me? Watch.
It's too big, bro.
I'll call it.
Just press?
Mm-hmm. Want to get in the best shape of your life? I can write you a custom diet plan, or I can coach you one-on-one personally to help you reach your goals. Links in the description down below.